Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a California Pro 2026, and as you guys probably know, I had my own athlete, a bodybuilder, an open bodybuilder that I coached for this show, and that is Janicki. And I know I did say that he's going to win this show. Of course, I wanted this to happen. I really believed it. I wanted to believe it, but really it's not the case. He's not going to win this show, but I'm perfectly happy with his look. This was by far, for sure, the best look he ever brought to the stage. Let's check it out, guys. So, as you can see, he was in pretty good shape. When I saw him walking out, I was like, wow, this is good freaking conditioning. This is pretty freaking good peak, right? Like, he's lean, he's shredded, you know, he has details, he has the fullness. We talked this morning and he basically had no cramps. His stomach was flat, empty, ready for the vacuum. His energy was good. He felt awesome. He felt great compared to the last show he did where he felt like he was gonna collapse. So he felt good. Everything went smoothly. I was really happy with how we approached these things the last 2 weeks. I didn't have a lot of time to prep him, so if I had at least like 5-6 weeks, he could have been more conditioned, but what we brought out of him in this short time is still phenomenal. Like, if he continued doing it the old way he was doing it before, he would be much less conditioned. Who knows where he would place here, but this time around, personally, I have him third, but it seems like the judges might give him fourth. We'll see about that in a moment. However, again, I am definitely happy with the condition he brought. He didn't lose any weight during this period with me. I think he actually came to the show bigger, heavier than when we started, so he didn't lose any size. He just got tighter, harder, more conditioned, so I can't say anything. I'm happy with this. Really, it's not the result that we hoped for. We kind of hoped for the victory or like top 2, but no. Realistically, the other 2 guys in the top 2 call out are definitely on the next level. But this was good, man. This was a good Eric right here. I think people are kind of impressed with him. So, as you can see, this is the first call out. Eric made a first call out. I have no idea why they moved him to the side here. He definitely should have been closer to the center. And as you can see in the center, we had Heirati, who is definitely winning this show, who is definitely killing it. He came in shredded, of course, as expected. And Wellington, also the Brazilian guy, looked amazing. And this show, I think, is held by Brazilians, so yeah, he definitely has a slight advantage here, but I don't think there is any question about him not placing in the top 2 here. Maybe they will give him the win. In my opinion, he's beating Sas in some of the shots. I think he's a little bit fuller, especially in the legs and maybe in the back. You're going to see it in a second, but as you can see, this is the top 2 right here. And in that third, we actually had the guy on the right, Luke the Hulk or Luke Carroll. Dorian Haywood is in the mix, Patrick Moore as well. All known and notable guys, and Eric is in this mix as well, and I think he's beating a couple of these guys for sure. Now, as far as the top 2 guys, let's talk about them. Let's not make this whole video about my coaching. Let's take a look at the show, actually, because, yeah, this is California Pro, and your top 2, again, is Sas versus Wellington. Luke Carroll also made a top 3 call out, but I don't think he has any chances against any of these 2 guys. Honestly, I prefer Eric over him all day. You're going to see why in a moment. As far as the winner, yeah, it's Sas Heirati. It's pretty obvious. Unless the judges pull something off and their guy, the Brazilian guy, wins. He does have some more size and some more fullness, but overall, Sas is definitely better. You're going to see the top 3, top 2 call out, whatever, in a second. Now, in this second call out, they left Eric here, and you can definitely see here that he wasn't okay with this. He definitely lost some momentum. He was definitely pissed, and it showed. Huge mistake. If I was there in the audience, I would definitely yell at him at this moment, but unfortunately I wasn't there, so he kind of lost some ground for this. You never do this, man. Even if you're losing, you always behave like the winner. But he definitely should have been in this call out. This is a huge mistake. I think he was simply overlooked. The judges just focused on the Sas and Wellington. They didn't really care too much about the other guys because Here, as you can see, Eric is destroying everybody, and most certainly Dorian Haywood. He's basically a Masters competitor. He competed at the Masters Olympia. I think he won. I mean, props to him for fighting against these younger guys and beating a lot of them, but fighting against Eric here, no way, man. No chance. Now, yes, this is Eric's true pro debut, let's be real. Yeah, he did one pro show, but that was only like a couple of weeks, like 1 week. Actually, 1 week exactly after he won his pro card. So would you count that as his real pro debut? I don't know. This is the first pro year that he actually had an off season before. So with his improvements, he's definitely right there in the mix of potentially winning this level of shows. Maybe he won't win this one, but give him some more time to get a little bit more conditioned, a little bit harder and fuller. And I don't know, there's definitely shows that he can win. It's not going to be this one, unfortunately, but he definitely held his own right here. And thank God at one point somebody came to their senses and realized that Eric is definitely destroying everyone in this lineup, that he should be higher. So what they did, they actually took that top 4, to that first call out, and they moved Patrick down to the second call out. At some point, I guess they thought Patrick was placing above Eric. I don't know how could anybody see that, but after this call out, I think it's pretty clear. I think it's definitely crystal clear that Eric is winning here in this call out. He's definitely beating both Dorian and Patrick. I think he's definitely sharper, fuller, just peaked better, more conditioned, more complete. He has definitely prettier shape, better looking muscle bellies. Also, like from behind, his glutes weren't exactly shredded, I'll be honest. Like, they definitely have some more work to be done. I hope he's gonna come in sharper for the finals. We're working on that. At this moment here, he didn't open his back properly, and that sucks. He did that for the last moment, but once he did it, you could see that he's so much better than Patrick. Dorian also can't stand next to Eric, especially in the back poses. Again, guys, the glutes on Eric definitely need to be sharper. We didn't have enough time. We definitely made some big changes in those 2 weeks, and also during the peak week, he lost a lot of water. He definitely got a lot sharper and harder, but give us some more time. He can definitely show up much harder and better, and we'll see what we can do. Now, here, in my opinion, again, he definitely wins this second call out. And personally, again, I definitely have him beating Luke Carroll. I don't know what the judges are thinking. Again, I am expecting, based on this peak week, the way it's designed, I am expecting Eric to come in sharper for the finals. Yeah, it's only 3 hours, but sometimes things can change in those 3 hours. And more importantly, if he poses well, and he doesn't make me wanting to grab him through the screen and tell him to pose better, if he performs well, maybe there is a chance the judges actually look at the other guys out of the top 2 and realize that Eric should be fighting for that third. Because right here, Luke Carroll, I would say he's in better shape, a little bit better condition, but, you know, he looks good in the front shots. I'll give him that. His front relax, his front lat, and probably front double. He's very good. And I don't know why he's here in the center. This is definitely a huge mistake. I mean, they probably realized that after a couple of poses. I don't think the judging at this show is done right. Again, the results, sure, but how they move these guys, what they were looking at, I have no idea. So, yeah, again, Luke Carroll should not be in this first call out. It is definitely between Sass and Wellington. They should be a top 2 call out, and Luke should be in that second call out. Hopefully they will change that. I think they will. I'm pretty sure, guys. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be 2-man call out, and then maybe 3 or 4-man call out in the second call out. And again, if Eric performs well, I think he has a solid chance of beating Luke. But even if he doesn't, I think top 4 at this show is still a pretty good result for his real pro debut. And again, guys, I think he brought it. I think he's definitely better than ever. Here you can see why Luke should definitely not beat Eric. shows everyone from the back. Back is extremely important, and from the back and from the side as well, Eric is definitely far better. So hopefully they get a fair comparison and the judges realize their mistake. But yeah, as far as the prejudging, Luke is definitely here beating Eric. And as far as the top two, again, it's definitely Sas Heirati. You know, you can say that maybe Wellington has a little bit fuller legs, and that maybe he's a little bit fuller to the chest and arms, but you know, Sas is big enough. He's big enough and he's peeled. He's really shredded. So I think this has to be an easy win for Sas. And you guys tell me down below, what do you think? Who do you have winning this show? And also, more importantly, how did you like Eric's look? Like, yeah, we can definitely improve on certain things if we have a couple more weeks, and we might do something later. We'll see about that. But as far as this show, personally, I'm more than happy. In this short time we had, I think I brought something out of Derek that he couldn't have brought it himself or with his previous, I don't know, I mean, maybe he would have, but he didn't. I think he changed dramatically in these last 2 weeks, and I'm happy with what he brought again. Whatever you guys think, tell me down below in the comments. Subscribe to the channel for the finals later tonight, actually very, very soon, in like 2 hours. So guys, again, stay tuned, like the video, all the best, and bye-bye.